Welcome back, guys. So, I don't think you are even prepared in the slightest for what you're going to see. Or maybe you are, because I did put in the title, it's a cell phone collection. But I have so many cell phones that I've collected throughout the years. Being tech obsessed, I just have a variety of a lot of different things, and I hold on to the strangest things. And I have condensed this collection down. It was a lot bigger. So I'm just going to give you kind of my favorites from the cell phone collection. Some are real and some are the dummy display phones. As a kid, I would go around and ask for like the old phones that the stores didn't want. So there's a mixture of those two. I know it's a little weird, but you're already watching it, so let's check it out. So I'm going to start with this. This was like a promotional box I got offline actually when I was like 12. It was for the chocolate phones, but I just store stuff in it. So in here, these are like just like little paper things I've held on to. But I don't know if I'm even supposed to have these because Apple is like really strict about what happens to the display models. But I got these offline, and a few stores actually gave me some of these. They're like the dummy versions of iPod Nanos, which is super cool because it feels just like an iPod Nano. I mean, I think it's the actual housing, but the internal components are just plastic. But there's those. Oh gosh, I'm just gonna break these. But yeah. And starting with the boxes, I have an LG chocolate VX8500. And this is the original chocolate. And it's in like mint condition. I mean, it's got the full protective wrap on it still. And just so this video isn't like an hour long, I'm not going to turn on all these phones. But this is like my pride and joy because as a kid, I wanted a pink chocolate phone, and it wasn't acceptable to have a pink phone when you're a boy and you're 12 years old. So I bought one when I was 20. Yep. Making up for some things. And in this box, you're going to quickly find out that the LG Chocolate is like one of my favorite phones. Was it the best phone ever? No, because it really wasn't reliable, but I just loved this phone so much that whenever I find an old one, I have to have it. There's the green one, the mint chocolate, and then we have the newer chocolate, which is the LG 8550 in Ice Blue. Okay, there you go. And they just sounded so nice. I mean, yeah. Okay, so starting with these, I'm just kind of going to go through and start stacking them up because I have so many. We're just going to start here. Got the razors. These are on Verizon. I mean, do other people hold on to as many phones as I do? Because anytime someone in my family upgrades or anything, I'm just like, hand it over. iPhone 3GS still works. NV Touch. NV2. NV. And this thing was a brick of a phone. Like, oh my gosh. This is the original Droid Razor. And now we're going to get into the basket of craziness, which are mostly dummy phones. So, again, they're just like plastic models of phones. But this lady at my local Verizon store when I was growing up had my phone number, and she would literally call me whenever they had any old ones. And she was my lady. Like, I think I made her a card when she left, like when she stopped working there, because she gave me so many phones. Like, I'm surprised I didn't get her fired or something. Lots of chocolates. Like, crazy. Here's one thing that's a little different. An iPod mini. I used this forever, and the hard drive crashed on it, and I actually fixed it by dropping it, which I read online, and it worked. It brought it back to life. If you guys remember the Juke phone. So crazy to think that this was used as a phone. I mean, unbelievable. Another NV2. One of my favorites, the orange Envy. I mean, look at that color. So different. This was like one of my favorite ones when I was growing up. The product Red Razor. This is another special edition, the Pink Blossom. The green Envy. This was the LGV, which was before the Envy. Just look at this. Is this not insane? I mean, compare this even to, I don't know, like a Droid Razor. Like, come on, guys. This is just crazy. This is my first phone ever, the LG VX 8600. I wanted a chocolate, and I never actually had one of my own. The store did not suggest I get one because they're like, you're gonna break this. They saw me messing with it, like sliding it up and down. So I got this phone, and it was a good phone. Just kind of sentimental because it was my first phone ever that started the obsessive collection that is these. It's a Crazer and a Riser. More chocolates, the original, and then two of like the newer 8550s. This one was pretty cool. It's the 8700, and it was made all out of stainless steel. That was on Verizon, and this was the Shine, which was kind of like the flip version of that one. LG Chocolate Touch, Blackberry Curve, and Fuchsia Pink. Another Razor, Blackberry Pearl, Blackberry Bold. I'm like running out of space for these. This thing I used for, I couldn't even tell you how many years, my Blackberry Bold. Another Droid Razor, purple. This phone I probably would have sold like my arm and leg to when I was in 7th grade, the Voyager. This phone was everything when it came out. Like, again, some of my friends had them and I was so jealous, and they broke so easily. But I wanted one, I didn't care. Didn't have one. The Sidekick, and I just opened it backwards. This phone, oh my god, like, even a bigger deal than the Voyager, but it was only on T-Mobile. And having Verizon, like, T-Mobile didn't work in my area, so this was just like, I'm never gonna have this. But I have the dummy version, so it's like the same thing, right? We've got more chocolates. More chocolates. More razors. Alright, Pixel Box, I need room. The LG Dare, that was another pretty good one on Verizon. The LG Octane, which was kind of like the NV4. This is NV3, but they dropped the name. This phone, I think it's like the 9400, or like the T phone. This had TV on it, and I don't know who actually used it for TV because that's obnoxious, but it had it. And last but not least, we have the Samsung Alias, which flipped both ways. Can we just take a look at how small these keys were? Like, oh my gosh, there's absolutely no way. You could text T9 on this still, and I don't know. It gives me anxiety. I can't even handle it. Oh, sorry, we have one more Envy. So that's all of like the dummy phones. One other cool thing that I have is this. This was like a promotional box. Again, it's chocolates. I know, I'm obsessed with the chocolate phone, but I got this back in 2007. And this is what they would have sent to the store, like when they initially got this phone new. So it came with all the promotional like papers and everything. And you lift up this, and it came with like everything. These little booklets, all that. And then the dummy phones themselves. There, and then this I'll show you, which is pretty cool. this, yeah, that's pretty high tech. Why do I have this? I don't know. I really don't know. So yeah, I think that might be it. I'm filming on my Google Pixel XL, so I guess you could include that in the collection, and then my G4 Play, which I still use for just random things. It's good to run with. That way, if I do break a phone while running, it's not my good one. But yeah, that's my collection. And if you guys also noticed, I have a tripod now, which is a pretty big deal. Got it off Amazon. It only took me like 3 months to buy one, but I did. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any of your favorite phones that are in this collection, let me know, because this is a lot of my favorites. I honestly have hundreds more of these, but the video would be insanely long. But I can make another one if you guys are interested. And leave me a comment below of what your favorite cell phone is and if you still have them in a collection. Thanks for watching.